Welcome back to another packet tracer video, and in today's lab we're going to configure the ACL. The lab number is lab 9.2.2.7. You can see on the left hand side. So here is the topology of the layout. So I think by now you all should know. Just take, let me double check. Yeah, just take any router you want, but take the 1941. No, not gonna open it yet. Hold on. Then we need two switches. Just take the 2960 series and two generic PCs. So let's arrange this to make it look nice, like the topology. Okay, so you don't need to worry about all the IP because it's all in the paper. You just configure as it's shown first of all. Fast internet, F06, fast internet, go 5 to G, gigabit 1. Next side, 18, 5 to 1. Okay, now we need to off the router to add in the serial cartridge. Just off and drag and drop. Pretty simple. If you want to remove it, you just off and you just like double click it. Like drag it out. Drag it over here. Let's go. On back, switch on. Now the serial cable S00 to next stop is S001 to S001. Okay, we are done for that. Now we just need to insert all the IPs in. So for router 1, before that I almost forgot. Let's rename all this so we know which is which. PC A, PCC, PC3, switch 3, and router 3. Then this is called ISP. So first of all, it's router 1. So just go down here on the port, just copy and paste. After that, we need to do the loop back. So the loop back requires us to go to the command line interface, loop back address. You automatically on the status to up, IP address, and the subnet mask. Control C, Control V. Then you don't need to do no shut since it's already exit. Go back to config S00 on the port. Paste. Hold on. Just got it. We need to change it to the same. Okay. Since there's a DC to see if they told us what clock rate they want, yeah. So it's 128. So just change it in the drop down box over here. Next. Yeah, that's all about this router. Now we move on to ISP router. Config the serial 0. Port on. 2.5.5.2. Next up, we go to 001 on 128 IP address. We just copy over. Subnet mask, it's correct. Okay, now we need to do the loopback interface. So we first exit. My bad. Exit interface. Loopback 0. It's on. IP at 192.168. dot. Oh wait, oops, that's the other one. That's why it's good to always copy and paste so you won't get confused. And that's it. Now we move on to router 3. Config. It needs a gigabit 0/1. Copy. The subnet mask. Yeah, it's correct. Next up is the loopback address. So go in, exit, interface, loopback, IP add, just copy paste the whole line. It makes life simpler. Then exit. Then go back to config for the serial. Port on. It's 10.2.2.1. Then nope, that's not the right subnet mask. 255. It's 255. 2.52. So for our next part, we'll be going over to the switch to on the VLAN over here stated. So switch 1, so go to command line, enable config no IP domain lookup. This so that you won't get the checking. When I do int VLAN 1, just do IP add. It's the same for your IP address, it's pretty much the same thing. Then you do a no shut, but don't forget they also ask you to configure a default gateway. So you just press DEFULT default. I think it's IP. Yeah, it's IP default gateway 192.168.10.1. Just double check and press enter, you're done. Now you want to switch 3. Do the same thing for this. Enable config. See, yeah, that's the translating. So it doesn't, if you do the no IP lookup, it doesn't search for this in the domain server. If I'm not wrong, yeah. So what you can do is you just, since I forgot, I'm just gonna, where is it? Zoom into it. I'll just let that to load. I'll go to PCA for now. Just being a bit slow. Go to your desktop, your IP address, IP subnet mask, default gateway, and PCC, same thing. Config, copy this, desktop IP address, default gateway. Now go back. Hope it's done by now. Yep. Config. Yep. No IP domain. Need to do it. Oh no, the VLAN, right? Yep. VLAN and 1 IP add. Just drag this or Ctrl C and space paste. No shut. I'll turn it on. Before that, we need to IP default gateway. Paste. Okay, that's all for the configuration of all the interface. Now I can move on to the lab. This is what we're gonna do, configure OSPF, and yada yada yada. Okay, so first of all, I'm not gonna go over through the basic settings because you all should know from now. Should already know from all the past videos. So let's go right into router 1. So router 1, we need to configure OSPF. So it's router OSPF, the number 1, and network. Since they gave us over here, we'll just copy and paste one now to save some time. So basically how it works is, first you write the network. After you write the network is the IP address. After the IP address is the wildcard mask, which is the one you see, the 0.0.0.0255. Yeah, that's what you call wildcard mask. So that's done for the first router 1. Now we move on to ISP, the next router. Same procedure, just router OSPF1. You do the copy and paste. Just paste over here, then press enter. And I'll just do it again to double check. Okay, now we need to go to router 3 to do that. They didn't provide any code for router 3, so let's do it ourselves. So we exit. Oh, why is it all in caps? My bad. Exit. So first step, router SPF1. Then we're going to take the network. So what are the network for router 3? It's over here. So the first network is this. So we'll just copy and paste it, but we need to change a few things. Change it to 255 and all of this 0. Because we are getting the wildcard subnetwork. So just change this to 0. Yeah, and don't forget your area 0 also. Okay. What you can do, just press up to reuse the same code. You just change 30 to 40. For the next one, we can't use 255 anymore. We need to put 3. And this becomes 2.2.10. Yep, that's all. Okay. After configuring, verify that our router has complete routing table listing network. Troubleshoot if there's not. So let's. How you can check if they have complete routing table? You just go to exit, show IP OSPF neighbors. So that's one neighbor. Oh, that's 2. No. So let's ping PCA to PCC. And the loopback. Oh, from PCA, ping PCC and the loopback address of R3. So let's first ping PCC. Ping. Paste. Okay, it works. So now we need to ping the loopback interface of R3. R3 loopback. Does it work? Yes, it does. Okay. So just put a yes over here. Now from router 1. Don't just go over here with the ping command. Yeah. Ping PCC and the. Since we already have it pasted, we must just ping this first. Then we're going to ping PCC. Yep, it works 100%, 5 out of 5 packets. Remember, yeah. Ping this now. So this is PCA. Next up, we're gonna ping the loopback interface of R1. Yep. Loopback R1. Nope. I'm going to have to close that for a second. Yep, it works too. Now close this and ping the last one, which is R3 ping PCA. Oh, I can just do this. Successful and controls that. Loopback interface on R1. Yep, all of it works. So all of it should also work. If you have any error, just double check your network interfaces and make sure your IP are all correct. That could be one of the reasons why it doesn't work. Okay, up next, configure a number standard ACL. So holes on hole. So I'm guessing, yeah, here's the number standard. So we go to R3, go to the config terminal. So we have to access list 1 remark. So allow is like the name R1 length. No, my bad, I'll take. It's not the name, it's allowing R1 to access. So this is like the name for all of this. Now we're gonna permit this IP address and this IP address, but we are going to deny all others. So only these two IP addresses have access to the R1. Apply the ACL. So now we're gonna apply it. Just interface gigabit, the interface you want to apply it to, IP access group 1. The number is like, it represents this whole thing. So group 1, are you going to do the out or inner bound? So it's outbound traffic. Now we can move on to all these show verifications. It's pretty basic. Test the ACL to see from PCA command prompting PCC. To check the IP address again of PCC. Ping. And yes, it's successful. So it's able, so the PC is allowed to ping there now. Going back down. Things about here. Yeah, now we need to test if access. You must do an extend ping and use loopback 0 address on R1 as your source. Ping PCC. So from R1 0% ping. But it's not allowed now. No, it should not be able to ping us because it has been blocked. So now we're going to configure a name access controller. Just go to router 1, IP access, oops, forgot about config. Let's copy paste. So basically it's IP access list. Standard is the name of this. Oh my bad, it's a standard. So the name is called branch office policy. That's the name of this name access control list. Now we're gonna permit this host, which is the one we tried to ping earlier, and permit him. Then we're just gonna end. Now we're gonna apply it to interface G0/1 IP access group branch. It's a pretty long name. Branch out. Yeah. So we're just gonna show access list or the show command. Not really relevant. back to router 1, we are going to now add 2 additional lines. So we're going to exit this first. We're going back into the branch office policy. This time we're going to set 30. Then just end. Now from ISP, from issue extend, we test the issue. I'm going to copy this ISP. Oh, come on, man. It should work. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, please put in the comment section. Hope you liked the video so far. Please tell me what I can improve on. Thank you. Bye bye.